Oh, wow. I think really the answer to that is in how we did it, you know. And we made this as a community that started from the men themselves who lived this and were invited into the process from the very beginning. You know, when we met, I mean, I met with Clint. We came into Brent Buell's place in NoHo 7.5 years ago for breakfast. And Divine and I walked through the door, and I was like, well, that's a movie star. And Divine G walked through the door, and then he spoke, and you're like, whoa, you know, this person has something to say. And so many of the other alumni that are featured in this film, and then it just began year by year, opening that room up a little bit wider and a little bit lighter and a little bit wider, to the point where it was just clear that the only way to make this movie was for our cast, of which the movie was based on, to be at the center, at the very heart of the movie. And then we met Colman, and he came in and really came into the storytelling process, because we had been writing a script for over 6 years, and then pitched him the project, and we still didn't have a script yet. But then said, hey, but this is an invitation to do it with us. And literally that's how the whole movie was built. I don't know if you want to say anything.
I think it came after all those years of struggling with it, when it really started to move and open up and become real, was when we opened up the process and brought Divine G and Divine I into the storytelling process to craft the story, and brought Colman in to help craft the story. And it moved into the production where Greg created a space for all of these people to share their souls with us. And every day just felt like such a blessing to be there, that there was just this kind of sacred space where the things that you saw up on screen were not, there was not a false thing happening, because it was all real. And then even in the edit, things you might have cut, I think to your question as well, there are things you might have cut if you were just an outsider cutting something for time, and Greg would protect these things and say, no, this is the reason we're making this movie. And it's a joy to see.
That's great. So Colman, if there's a particular part of acting that you love, it is celebrated in this movie. You've got the play of it, you've got the collaboration, you've got the learning to be yourself and to be new people. As someone who is an actor and also a teacher, what parts of your own experience were you able to kind of draw from for this role?
I think in this process, it was a very different process for me as an actor. I think usually I'm called upon to do sort of showier performances, and this required me the opportunity to sort of slip in with people who had a real lived experience. And it was my task to, you know, even for myself, to make sure that it was like, there's no division at all. No, we just have to be human and have to be vulnerable. We have to find how we're gonna make this together with our different ways of experiencing this thing that we all love. And so I think we approached it that way. And I think that I found very, it's okay. I found a way to, like, I don't know, I feel like I learned so much from working with this company that was really unique. It was a chance to really just be raw and even a bit more vulnerable, and sort of like tell the stories of people that I know, that I'm close with, relatives, you know, that I feel like, I think my job, I know my job is to show the very complexities of Black men and show our humanity and all its hues. You know, whether I play heroes or villains or leaders or not, there's humanity there. And I feel like, I wanted to just, that's why I wanted to be a part of this. I'm like, I know about the human heart and all its frailties, I think, and have questions about what lifts us, what is redemption, what is forgiveness, what is joy and light, and trying to find that in dark spaces. And so I think I was able to just And I say, they set up the room for me to do all of that. You know, you're never usually given a room where you say, no, we want everything you bring. And I gave everything. This is what I think about this scene. This is what I think about that, this, that, and the other. And so it was really tailor-made and built from all of us. So we all feel like, I feel like we have ownership of this film.
All right, well, speaking of collaborators, Divine G, Divine I, as storytellers yourself, what's it like to see, or to play and to create your story on a scale like this?
Well, I mean, I'm still pinching myself to find out if this is really happening. I must say that this is a situation, a classic situation where everything went wrong in my life, ultimately made everything somewhat go right in my life. It's like, it seems that way because as the movie depicts, I was in prison for a crime I didn't commit. I found the evidence of my innocence and just could not get out. That was, you know, that was a reality I faced, and what I did is I made sure that I would not allow that experience to make me bitter, and I did everything in my power to make sure it made me better. So I got involved in anything that dealt with empowering myself, empowering others. Because one of the missions that I was all out on is that if I can't get out, I'm gonna help everybody I can touch get out. And I was able to get 4 guys out. And RTA, as a founding member of RTA, it literally saved my life. It gave me a venue that was right in tune with everything that I said I wanted to do. It was a mission in life. And, you know, RTA saved so many lives because we had this perfect community. It was perfect to the degree of being in prison that we were able to find love amongst so much hate. And that was just so unique and so rare and so right in tune with where I wanted to be. But to answer your question, it was so consistent with my creative writing abilities because as a direct result of this wrongful conviction, I ended up writing 13 novels, 12 screenplays, won 5 National Writing Awards. Associate's degree. I can go on and on and on with some of the things that I accomplished because, once again, sometimes when you put that fire on a person at a situation in his life and he makes that ultimate decision and he says, you know what, I'm going to turn this bad situation into the best thing that happened to me. And I think I did a pretty good job at it. And absolutely grateful for my brother Brent because I call him John Brown. I mean, for those who know John Brown was a renegade that just loved people, man. And he, when I met him, I mean, it was 100%, man. You know, brotherhood, familyhood, communityhood, fellowship. We had all the ingredients we need. And I want to also end with this note because I'm getting a little long-winded. RTA has a recidivism level of 3%. When you get touched by RTA, when you walk out of prison, you don't come back. Because we take the principles, we apply them, we utilize them, and we make them applicable to everyday reality circumstances. And I'm gonna tell you, this program needs to be in prisons all across the country.
For one audience question, so make it good. Anyone have one?
They're saying let divine eye talk. They're saying let divine eye talk.
Maybe no question. Let's just listen.
the power of storytelling is what really attracted me, man, to this thing right here, man, because through storytelling, we get the opportunity to heal the planet, to heal everybody. Just through storytelling. Just through letting people see that you're not the only one going through whatever it is that you're going through. You're not the only one. And human conditions and human problems have plagued us ever since we've been human. So it's the only way, the only difference is how we address and how we deal with our issues and our problems. And through RTA, through the power of storytelling, I've learned how to make myself a better instrument to help others, you know? And I think that's what the power of theater is for us, really. We make ourselves better instruments to help others, you know? And that's what we gotta do.
JJ, anything to add?
Dino, here you go, bro.
I'm going to keep it short. And I'm just going to say this. I found my freedom behind a wall. In RTA. On a stage. That's where I found my freedom.
I'm not going to talk about myself right now. I want everybody to do me a favor right now. I see a QR code up there. Your phones, scan that code, and vote for us. And I'm gonna tell you why. There was a part in the movie, and there was a part that just happened on the stage, and they were synced. And what I mean by that is, Paul said, who would have ever thought that what we need to save a planet is gonna happen right here in Sing Sing? And Divine I just told you, we're here to save the planet.
That's what we came to do.
And so what I want all of you to do is to get involved in this mission. This is not a movie, this is a mission. Let's do this, let's make this movement matter, and let's vote. Because people need to know that the people that were incarcerated and the people that continue to be incarcerated are human beings. And I can tell you from lived experience, I spent almost 24 years incarcerated for a crime I didn't commit, fighting side by side with Divine G. There are people in prison who made bad choices, but they are good people who are capable of making better choices. They just need us to believe in them. We are not the anomalies. We are a depiction of the reality. Thank you.